That's what I said, did you call?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna call it, that's your job. Okay.
No, that's,
But that's, that's where,
maybe that's why she didn't get a call back.
yeah. Yeah, no shit.
Really?
There's always two sides to every story.
Regular meeting of Washington, Missouri City Council, Monday, June 3rd, 7 p.m. Bear?
Here.
Briggs?
Here.
Coulter?
Here.
Heidrich?
Here.
Holtmeyer?
Here.
Patkey?
Here.
Reed?
Yes.
Wessels?
Here.
Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Will all the council members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the council meeting dated May 20th, 2024? Bear?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patkey?
Yes.
Reed?
You bet.
Wessels?
Aye. Need a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Bear, second by Heidrich. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda. You have the Collector's Treasurer's Report Summary for October 2023, Investment Report for October 2023, Payment Requests, South Point Sewer Repair, Liquor License Renewals, and a Fireworks Display.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by Heidrich. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consent is approved.
Priority items, Mayor's presentations, appointments, and reappointments, Board of Appeals reappointments.
Dear council members, I hereby submit for your approval the following for reappointment to the Board of Appeals: Mark Kleesner and Brian Genchis, both terms ending in June of 2029.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by Briggs to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I herewith submit for your approval the following for reappointment to the Industrial Development Authority, both ending in May 2030, is Brian Bogue and Julie Scannell.
Move to approve those.
Second?
Motion by Bear, second by Heidrich to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys. One last one. Herewith submit for your approval the following for appointment to the Washington Tax Increment Financing Commission, TIF. Tyler King, expiring in August of 2024.
Make a motion. Second?
Motion by Heidrich.
Your Honor, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Is there a reason why it's only 2024?
Filling an unfilled, he's filling a unfilled seat right now that somebody else couldn't do. So, and we do have another one that we will probably be bringing. I think there's one other, is it?
One.
Yeah,
Yes.
an additional one. So,
Okay.
So he'll be reappointed again in August,
if we feel like it, I
if we
guess.
feel that way. Okay.
Okay. Other questions
No,
about
thank
this,
you.
guys? About Tyler? I think we got a motion and a second. Yep. Did you
Sorry,
get
was
those,
it
Sherry?
Was it Heidrich and?
Heidrich, yes, and Coulter. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Citizens' comments?
I believe we got, Jesse is here. Jesse, we did have you scheduled on the workshop meeting, but it's a light agenda, so we can go ahead and do your presentation now if you want to come up. Do we have anything?
Just the original thing that I sent you with just essentially the stats and the safety features that most of the members seen
Okay.
last week or the week before.
If you want to pull it on the website, it's under there. You can pull up the slides. It's under the packet. Go to meetings and minutes. Go to city council.
No, workshop.
Workshop.
Oh, thank you, yes. Well, it's under the other one, too.
And then June 3rd.
And if you click
Keep going. There you go.
Excuse me.
So this is what I was originally proposing as a 3-year contract for the sole micromobility for Washington, essentially to match Lime's contract, but it came to my attention that it wasn't a sole contract. It was just permission to park in publicly owned parking spaces, which is essentially what I am requesting to do. I've got 4 separate locations that I've found would be beneficial to the community, which is 2 downtown, 1 at the Swimplex, and 1 around Lions Lake. And this will essentially keep them mostly away from the bars, because currently I have them at my bar, and I'm trying to mitigate minors and people under the age of 21 from hanging out around the bar scene. Those 4 locations are obviously negotiable, but those are the ones that I just seen would be great locations. As far as safety features, they are safer than the Lime scooter bikes. They can be throttled just the same. And the speed, currently the max speed without any kind of throttling or geotagging is 16 miles or 15.5 miles per hour. And the steep grade is 30% grade. Can we go to the next slide on that one? Long-term goals, I think it would be beneficial to do charging stations. These scooters cannot be left around town. Once you start a ride from that location, you are constantly charged until you bring that scooter back to that location or to a charging station. So long-term, I think it'd be beneficial to have charging stations such as the ones on the screen. Those are a few different options. They look different, but it really brings up the curbside appeal whenever you have charging stations. Next slide, please. Those are the 4 locations that I was talking about, 2 downtown, 1 at the Swimplex, and 1 around Lions Lake. Next slide. So the process is pretty simple, the same thing with Lime scooters. You go to one of the scooters, download the app, you scan the ride, and you're charged until you bring it back. This is the exact thing that you will see whenever you start that process. And inside this app, you will sign a hold and harmless limited liability agreement, so you're not making the city liable, you're not making anybody liable but yourself. Okay, next slide. And then there's the location currently. As you can see, I have all the scooters in the one spot, which is when you make a geofence, that is preventing them from parking in on the streets or just leaving them in random spots on private property or somewhere random on the riverfront. These are kick push to start, so you can't just sit there and start it on the go. You have to actually be able to kick push and start. So it is very difficult to do burnouts and things of that nature, which is a big concern. Okay, next slide if there's one. Same thing with the Lime scooters. You are able to track driver's licenses and things like that in order to start it, because I know that was one of the requirements previously. There is insurance with this. It's $2 million per incident, $4 million for the year if that is comes down to that. It does, in the rider agreement, verify that the users have to be 16 years of old in order to write it. Unfortunately, if a parent signs up for their child, they do become liable for that, but there is no way to deter that outside of them signing for their child on the scooters. And that is it. Do I have any concerns?
Yeah,
I'm a fast talker.
I wasn't here the last one, so this is the first time I'm hearing some of this. I had a few questions. One, Chief, so they have to be licensed to operate these, correct? They have to have a driver's license.
No,
They don't?
no.
Okay, oh, I thought you.
Well, their verification process requires that. If they operate on the street, they will have to have a driver's license, yes.
Oh, that's what I
Yep.
mean. So like if a policeman sees an obvious under 16, say, they can stop them because they don't have a license
Yes.
if they're on the streets.
Well, no, yes and no. So for their process, yes, but for criminal-wise, there's no requirement. It's not a motorized vehicle. It doesn't fit that criteria.
Okay, all right, I see. I thought
Yeah.
with Lime, was that the same case?
They had the same requirement
And the same from the police?
Yeah.
Outlook?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. The other thing, when Lime was here, I know before that was approved, they got endorsements from, for instance, Downtown Washington Inc., from, I believe, the Chamber, several of the organizations in the area, tourism, I think, was one of them, that did endorse those. Have you sought those out from those groups?
I have not. I see no reason that the tourism would change based off the company of scooters.
Well, maybe and maybe not. The reason being, the first 2 years actually, I think, went quite well, but then things kind of went south with the last, and I don't know where those organizations would stand on that right now. So I'm not sure. One other thing, and I would address this to Mr. Piontek over here. He stated that when they signed it up, they agreed to a hold harmless. Does that have any weight or bearing?
Limited. In order for those to really be enforceable, excuse me, they have to do it, they have to be informed of the risks and know what they're doing when they sign that up. So there's some limited benefit of doing that.
One of the major issues that we heard about the Lime scooters was that it wasn't a local person. It wasn't somebody that was here constantly being able to take care of the issues. That would be different from here. I talked to Sergeant Grissom about any kind of burnouts, things like that. There are burnouts around town. We haven't identified if that was my scooters yet or not. It does have tracking ability, so if there is an incident, we can track the location, we can track the time, we can track the rider, the credit card information is all on file, so it does make it easier to track all the incidents. So hypothetically, if there was an incident at 7 p.m. at the farmer's market, all I have to do is pull up the time. It would give me the exact route that a said person took. It would give me their full name, their contact information, everything. So it would bring down vandalism, in a sense.
And what did the traffic committee do when you went before them? Did they?
It's on here. You got a letter within your packet from earlier.
I read that. It sounds like I'm not sure if they're actually endorsing it or.
Where's the last paragraph? That's
Yeah,
about as close as
yeah.
you get.
An unopposed vote was made to send it to us. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Chief, do you know what the traffic committee?
It's basically what that means, that we were not necessarily for or against, just based on the information provided. So we could find no reason to say either way, really.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Other questions or comments, guys? Okay.
It was a discussion item last time, and then again, we had 5 council members there. We tabled it until we had a full council, which is tonight, so it's still a discussion. The only question that we would have is if you want us to prepare a contract similar to what we had to Lime for your next meeting.
I was under the impression that it was going to be a vote of whether this would be approved or not. And then the next meeting, the following meeting would be the limitations, the contracts and things.
Well, that's it. If they want to go ahead and tell us to move forward with that, we come up with a contract and have it at the next meeting with the limitations.
Do we do an informal vote tonight to give this man some indication whether or not to proceed?
That would help.
Okay. What's your pleasure, council? How you want to do it? One by one?
Yeah, we don't have an ordinance in front of us again, so we're really not
Correct.
moving on anything tonight. But I can say from my standpoint, I've had 0 people call me and say, we need scooters, so I'm not going to be the guy that makes the motion. I've had several calls to the opposite, given the previous folks that had them down there. So I don't know if somebody wants to make a motion do we put it into the minutes? Do we say, Mark, give us something to work on? But
Yeah, I think if you want us to proceed, we should have a motion and a vote on whether or not to proceed with drafting an ordinance and drafting a contract.
Would the previous ordinances not be the same?
Not necessarily, no. you'd have a different contract.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
I was gonna say, to get the vote, just to get a vote,
We need a
I would
a
go ahead and
motion.
make a motion, so that even if we're gonna say no, just to let it be known.
Okay,
It's no sense going through work for a contract or anything else if we're not gonna do it.
I agree.
So I would move that we, okay, move.
Make a motion to go ahead and draft a contract to
Yes.
present to the council at the next meeting?
Sounds good. Well, yes, okay, that's fine. And so a no vote would mean you wouldn't do that.
That's correct.
I got you.
That's correct.
That's fine. That would be the motion.
Need a second.
Need a second, guys.
I guess you have your vote. That's what I'm driving at, if, you know.
I'll second.
There you go.
All right.
Jeff, second. Okay, further discussion before we vote?
Nope.
We'll do a roll call.
I agree.
Wessels,
Nay.
Heidrich,
Nay.
Coulter,
Nay.
Briggs,
No.
Holtmeyer,
Nope. No.
Reed,
No.
Bear,
No.
Petke.
No.
By your vote, we don't need to make an ordinance, so, sorry, Jesse. Okay,
Thank you for bringing it forward.
yeah. you
But
des-
it is nothing personal to you. There was so many complaints the last time, those scooters hitting vehicles, hitting pedestrians. It's, some people ruined it for your, you know.
Okay, this is the citizens' comment section. Would anyone else like to make a comment? Okay. Go ahead, Sherry.
Ordinances and resolutions. An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sanitary sewer easement agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and VMH LLC.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
Good evening, council. This is for the sanitary sewer extension from the Bettany lift station east of Rabbit Trail going up to Phoenix Center Park. We already have the development agreement for KJU to build the northern portion, which is currently under construction. And then this is the southern portion, south of where the bridge for Rabbit Trail, the Fox Crest connection's gonna be. It's going through Vic Horse Camp's property. So we have a 10-foot utility easement and a 20-foot temporary construction easement, so we can go out to bid for this southern portion of the sanitary extension.
So we're going out for the bid for the bridge pretty soon?
The bridge will be, yeah, later this summer, so. Two separate projects.
Can't come quick enough.
Yeah.
Amen. Further questions, comments? Thanks, Charles. All right, I guess we're ready. Go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sanitary sewer easement agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and VMH LLC. Wessels,
Aye.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Reed,
Yes.
Bear,
Yes.
Petke.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7A passes. B, please.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Fred W. Reekers subdivision Plat 2 in the City of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Patke.
Introduced by Patke.
Okay, this is a boundary adjustment at 5121 and 5117 Old Highway 100. It's so the two lots, Lot 1 and Lot 2. Current Lot 2 does not meet the minimum side setback of 6 feet, so they're going to do a slight adjustment. So the red line indicates where the current boundary is, and they're going to move that over to, in the future, they're going to build on Lot 1, but then they're also coming into compliance with Lot 2.
What's that structure on there now?
Good question.
I think that's innovative.
Clay Kane.
John
Yeah.
Clay Camp's business.
Yeah, there's nothing on Lot 1.
Okay. Thank
That
you.
was the old gas station.
Yeah.
on lot one.
Yeah. For those of you that remember.
Where they used to sell all kinds of meat, I understand.
And other things. Further discussion, guys, or questions? Okay, go ahead, Sherry.
For future,
Go ahead, Jeff.
can you send that picture with that red line? That really helps in our package.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
by knowing that, you don't know what's changed, I guess.
Right.
I had a hard time finding this one, but now I can see where it's being
Completely
vacated
understand
on
when you
that.
put the red
yeah,
line.
it's very.
I couldn't tell what was
faded
going on
when it
either,
goes
but it makes sense now.
Exactly.
We had this discussion this afternoon, that's why you have the slide with the red line. I said Jeff Patke's gonna need to see that.
Our reputation withholds. I get you.
That's great. Go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Fred W. Reeker subdivision Plat 2 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Wessels,
Aye.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Holzer,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Reed,
Yes.
Thayer,
Yes.
Patke.
Sure.
I vote ordinance 7B passes.
Mayor's report.
I don't have a whole lot tonight, you guys. Things are going pretty well. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming by. You know, Joe, you talked about the bridge coming up over into Stonecrest. That is really exciting. I don't know, as I get further and further along, infrastructure really excites me. That's all I got. We got to make 7:30 here.
I'll make it 7:30 easily. The only item I have is to, Wayne will be sending you an email pretty soon with the Parks Master Plan is well underway. They had the first meeting. There's a survey that's gone out to the general public, and he'll make sure that he sends you one as well, so you can fill that out as well. But we're hoping to get a lot of responses. In the past, we've had pretty good success of people filling those out. We're hoping for that again as part of this process, so be on the lookout.
Council comments?
Gang? Okay.
I don't want to be talked about. No comment.
Just need
Okay.
a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Briggs to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're done.
What's the score, Joe?
2-0.
Gorman Homer.
Boardman homered, and so did Berkeley.
During his council comment.
Lorman and who?
Burks.
Well, you
Burke.
know, Borgia
Did you
did
see that
this,
shot from
Burles
last
did
night?
this, and he'd go play by
Holy
tell everybody's
Did you see the
what
shot
the
Wynn hit?
scores were.
Yes.
Shit like that.
Good.
I thought it was fair.
I thought it was fair, I thought it went right over the line, over the pole.
Oh, and then it went.
We can read it in Missouri or?
Reviewed it and still came